Hello and welcome to TimesXP and Trithiyatri. In Brampton, Ontario, a major issue has come to the light. International students, specifically young women, are at risk of exploitation and trafficking while studying in Canada. The mayor of Brampton, Patrick Brown, recently held a press conference just to discuss this alarming situation, describing it as a cancer within our society. Firstly, let me give you a real picture of what's happening. For years, student advocacy groups and local services have been warning about dangers that were faced by international students. But this is the very first time when a government official has officially acknowledged this problem. Many students are falling prey to exploitative landlords, employers, and even romantic partners. These predators lure students in with the promises of well-paying jobs or even cheap houses, only to trap them into these acts. If the students refuse, they may face the threats of violence and even deportation. If we go by numbers, then as of 2023, there are over 1 million international students in Canada, with more than 5 lakh in Ontario alone. So, a significant number of these students come from India. In fact, in Brampton, the city is home to tens of thousands of young people, making it a focal point for this issue. In response, the Brampton City Council has unanimously passed a motion to address this problem. Councillor Rowena Santos emphasized that the federal and provincial government needs to set up to help the city combat these traffickers. The city can't tackle this issue alone, specifically since the federal government controls the number of study permits that are issued every single year. To back these claims, let me give you an example of real stories of exploitation. One harrowing story shared by Dr. Sukhjeev Chatta involved a 21-year-old woman called Jassi. Jassi came to Canada from Punjab to study. She was promised a good job that would pay her tuition fee. But that poor girl ended up being trapped in a racket by her employer. Thankfully, she managed to escape with the help of Core Moment Foundation, which supports these type of victims. Another troubling report indicates that the landlords and romantic partner have also exploited the students. Gurpreet Malhotra, CEO of Indus Community Services, mentioned that some landlords post ads just to offering reduced rent in exchange for these favors. Now, this is a deeply concerning issue, specifically since Brampton has been identified as having the highest portion of international students that are living in unsuitable conditions in Canada. The federal government, on the other hand, has faced criticism for allowing the number of international students to grow without any adequate support system in the place. But yes, recently they announced a reduction in number of study permits for 2025 and 2026, which will result in about 3 lakh fewer permits over the next 3 years. However, this doesn't directly help students that are already facing these type of situations in Canada. It calls for a change. International students play a vital role in Canada's economy, contributing around $37.3 billion in 2022 alone, and that too they are doing through tuition fee and living expenses. Brampton is seeking to partner with the federal and provincial government to create support hubs that will offer services like mental health counseling and even housing assistance. The city is also advocating for policy change, such as increasing the number of hours international students can actually work per week. In 2022, the federal government reduced its limit from 40 to 20 hours, which some believes pushes the students into unsafe jobs. But yes, to address these issues, the Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada has acknowledged that international students often arrive without sufficient support, making them really vulnerable to exploitation. As of 2024, students will need to show that they have $20,635 in their bank account to apply for study permit, and that is more than double the previous requirement. The Ontario government has also committed to reducing these kind of violence and trafficking through its anti-human trafficking strategy, investing $307 million in 2020. However, more need to be done to specifically protect international students. Now, if you or somebody you know is facing similar issues, there are resources that are available. seeking for help is the only solution to get out of these traps. For more such videos, do follow TimesXP.